Hiya, and thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video. This video is going to be of help to you if you perhaps need a bit more motivation, if you're perhaps not getting where you want to get to. I know, obviously, if you're like me and you're self-employed, there's going to be times in your life when perhaps things don't go your way, and this has definitely been the case for me. Obviously, everybody in life, they have their up days, their down days, days when your business is doing well, days when your business isn't, um, or it might be a relationship you're in is perhaps not going the way that you want it to go. And there's loads of things that can obviously, if you like, affect your day and affect your life. But this video really is to encourage you to think more closely about really how you're structuring your day, because um, definitely for me it's a case of it's how you approach your day. So if you get up in the morning and perhaps things are looking a bit bleak. At the time I'm making this video, I'm looking out the window now. It's probably wondering why I'm wearing a big jumper. It's because it's actually snowing outside. So I actually can't go to work today. My job is really I have to be outside. So today I can't go to work. But just because I can't go to work today, and if you like physically not earn no money today, it doesn't affect me from doing things indoors that are going to make my job easier when I go to work, hopefully tomorrow. So you need to remember that your outcome, your whole result in life, really is fundamentally down to your daily activity or your daily routine. What you're doing in your day to prepare yourself. So if you're getting up some days and you're feeling negative and you're feeling like things ain't going your way, you have only to say to yourself, instead of feeling this way, instead of letting it get you down, if you like, look to what you can do to prepare yourself for the next days ahead. It might be that you look like me today. If you see my other videos, I do marketing for businesses. So I'm sitting here today preparing my leaflets. I've decided to do another one of my YouTube videos. I might even do a bit of DIY later. It just depends on obviously how the day goes. But one thing I won't do today, and that is do nothing, because you can't expect any results. How can you expect any positivity in your life if you just do nothing? And there's so many people that I know who they expect great outcomes, but with no effort. Life isn't like this. I know obviously you're probably thinking, mate, a lot of what I'm saying is common sense. And it might be common sense, but the trouble is, just because it's common sense doesn't make people, if you like, put into action what you need to do to make your life better. And this is what I'm doing now. If you've seen any of my other videos, I'm big into personal development. I'm trying to obviously build my own, you know, not, I suppose, in the long run, it'd be nice to have my own brand. But at the minute, I'm just putting up videos about things that obviously I care about, things that interest me. And obviously, this is one of those things. Dealing with your life, how to do better in your life, is totally dependent on how you structure your days. I was watching a video last week. I can't think of the lady's name, and she's really high up in the personal development world, and she talks about her daily routine. How she does this and she does that, but what she's saying, it's totally right. She's getting up with the right mindset in the morning to approach her day. She's dividing her day, if you like, into manageable um, uh, jobs that she can approach every job with just that job in mind. Because again, so many people, I've done it myself. I don't do it so much now. You get up and you've got loads of things that you need to do perhaps that day, um, and you can either run at it and do it with no thought, and you're just trying to do everything at once, or you can approach what you've got to do, um, in in a much more structured manner. It might be that you've got to do washing. It might be that you've got to go to the post office. It might mean that you've got to, whatever you've got to do, what you've got to do, if you've got a load of things to do that day, is do the most important thing first and complete it. You're probably thinking, yeah, but other things happen. Other things happen. Or you might have to take your kids to school, pick your other, and then pick them up. So obviously, there's different things that obviously affect your day. But what I'm trying to say is, you need to structure your day, and you need to, if you get up and you really haven't got a lot to do that day. First thing is, I would say you're lucky, but there's probably things that you do need to do, and you're just putting off. Yeah. If you put off something, especially in business, if you put off something today, that's going to affect your business tomorrow. No doubt about it. Or it might affect your business 3-4 months down the line. It might be that today you were going to go out and do something, you were going to put some cards out. It might be that you were going to arrange to put an advert in a paper. Whatever it is you was going to do, if you don't do it today, you will pay the price. You might pay the price tomorrow. You might pay the price 2 or 3 months down the line. But you will definitely pay the price for inactivity. Yeah? Obviously, this video is aimed at motivation, obviously self-improvement, and obviously doing better. And you need only to look at people, really successful, highly successful people, and see how they plan their day to realise perhaps why you might not be having the success that you desire. I used to do it. I used to do it all the time. I don't do it now, but I used to think, oh, why ain't that? Why is that? Why ain't that happening? Why is that? Why is that had to happen? And you beat yourself up over it. You beat yourself up. You beat yourself up over your own inactivity, because this is what's caused it. Yeah. If you've not got no money, if you've not got no money, why haven't you got no money? It's because of your inactivity. Why else would it be? I know you might be saying, well, it's hard to get jobs. And I understand that. Being self-employed, and if you like, me creating my own leads, and if you like, me creating my own work, I'm quite lucky. But if you're having trouble finding a job and you need more money, what can you do? What can you do to generate your own work? I've got people close to me. They say they ain't got no work and that, and I say to them, "What are you doing to go and find work?" No one's just gonna knock on your door and say, "Can you come and work for me?" It don't work like that. I say, I checked a guy the other day. He approached me about getting him work for gardening and gardening maintenance, and I said to him, because I'm a very open guy, and I help people as much as I can because I believe it comes back to you. And I said to this guy, I said to him, can I ask you? I said, obviously, I'll try and help you out a little bit. I can put you in my, in my brochure or my magazine. But I said to him, what are you doing at the moment to actually generate your, help and boost your business? And he started saying to me, well, in all honesty, he said, mate, a lot of my work comes from, it's like word to mouth. People know me. So I said to him, I understand what you're saying. I said, obviously, people you do work for, they know, they obviously know who you are, and they might recommend you. I said, but aside from them people, hopefully recommending you, I said, what are you doing about getting more work? And he said, well, I don't really know, I ain't really doing anything else. I said to him, well, it's a no-brainer. I said, that's why you've got no work. And then when I started chatting to him, it turns out he had two sons that helped him do this. He done all like the jet washing, maintenance, tree felling and whatever. So I said to him, well, I'll tell you what to do. He went, what? I said, get yourself some cards printed. I said, go and get yourself some leaflets done. 5,000 leaflets, cost you about 50 quid. I said, and go out with your sons, putting them leaflets out. I said, and keep doing it until someone rings you. And he looked at me like I was mad. I said to him, because if you do that, I said, you will definitely get a phone call. You will definitely get a job. I said, put a magnetic sign on your car. I said, get a builder's ball done and stick it in your window. I said, stick an advert in a shop window. Yeah. I said, have a little cheap website built, register yourself on Google Maps. And he's looking at me, he's going like, his mind's like, and I said to him, these are what big businesses do. I said to him, if you want to be a business, if you want to have a business, I said, your business is only going to happen if you make it happen. You know what I mean? Sometimes, years ago, when I used to do drawing, I used to work for a guy, I'd done architecture. I worked for a guy, and he was lucky because all his work come from a guy that he was at school with, and he had his mate at a big architect's office, and he was giving him big projects to run, and he was earning fantastic money out of it, and he was employing me. But that's lucky. If that happens to you, you're lucky. Most people don't have that luck. You've got to make your own luck. You've got to generate your own. You've got to generate and create your own destiny. Yeah. So if you get up in the morning and you're thinking, I don't know what to do today, and you're self-employed and you've got a business, well, I've just told you what you've got to do. And if you don't do it and you fail, I'm sorry, but I'm going to be a little bit harsh. You deserve to fail because you're not doing what you need to do to provide for your family and basically build your business. You're not creating the activity. You're not doing what you need to do, and you're only going to pay the price. You know what I mean? A lot of people, you hear people, they start businesses and they're good at what they do, and then 3 or 4 months down the line, they pack it all in, and then they go and work for someone else. And then when you talk to them and you start finding out a little bit more about their story, yes, they might have tried their own business, but they didn't put no effort into it, and that's why it didn't work. You need to be doing. This doesn't just go for business. This goes for your whole life, your whole future. Anything you do today that is that if you do it is could generate a positive outcome, right? Then why wouldn't you do it? Yeah. If you can do something today, whether it's put a leaflet through a door, whether it's make a phone call to somebody, whether it's send a text to a person that might need your services, send an email. If you're sitting there indoors today and you've not got no work and you ain't doing these things, well, you deserve to fail because you're not doing the activity that needs to be done. So start doing the activity. Start setting out a daily routine. Start saying to yourself in the morning, when I get up, I'm gonna send a text. I'm gonna send 20 texts. This works. I think I mentioned in another video I've done. I do a bit of sign writing. I don't do a lot of it now because I'm concentrating on lead generation. But when I didn't have a lot of when I was doing signs and I never had a lot of sign work, I basically done a text on my phone saying that I was a sign writer based in Clacton-on-Sea, Essex, and that I was willing to travel and give free estimates, and that I can do A boards, builders boards, car signs, vehicle signs, shop fascias. And I used to just sit there. Some days I'd get up, and while I was having my cup of tea in the morning and me buttered scone, I'd get my local paper and I'd be texting all the people in the Gazette newspaper. Just any mobile I see, I was just sending them a text saying, "Please contact me if you need any more signs." And I got work from it. I got work from it. I still get people now ring me up from a text I sent them 2 or 3 years ago. People who I've done work for, but they've saved my text and they've gone, "Oh, that's Colin's number. Cole," and they'll text me, "Cole, can you phone me?" And I ring them up. Oh, and it's all come from a single text. And guess what? If you're like me and you've got a phone on contract, your text is free anyway. Well, it's included in your minutes. You're paying for it. You might as well use it. And if you ain't got time to sit and text, guess what? Get one of your kids to do it. Get the paper, highlight all the numbers that you want the text sent to, and tell your kids to send the texts for you. This is what you got to do. Yeah, all these things to generate a better life, to generate a better income, to create a more positive environment for your family. But more money. More money equals better life, equals better living conditions. All these things that can happen for you in your life are totally dependent on you. If you're dependent on the state, if you're sitting there now and you're looking out the window and you're waiting for your gyro and you're waiting for your money to go in your bank, you've got to say to yourself, your circumstances is never, ever, ever going to change unless you make it change, right? Or you might be the sort of person that, if you like, is content with nothing. Because in my eyes, the people that I know who are dependent on welfare, they ain't leading great lives because obviously they're not getting a lot of money. And I know it's not always their fault. I'm not digging you out if you're on welfare. This video is to try and make you, if you are, if you like, unfortunate enough at the moment to be in that situation, to look to ways to get out of it. Because only you can do it. No one else is going to do it for you. Yeah, no one else is going to do it for you. So you need to. When you get up in the morning, you should already have a good idea what you're going to do today. I did last night. When I went to bed last night, I obviously watched a bit of telly. I watched a couple of personal development videos. What else did I do? And then I thought about today. I had a feeling it was going to snow. It was on the news. The weather was going to be terrible. And I thought, well, today, if I get up today, I thought I can do some personal development, obviously of my own. Some training. I'm trying to learn HTML for web design. That's part of my day. I've been doing my leaflets, getting my leaflets ready for tomorrow. But I think it's going to snow tomorrow. But they'll be ready for when I need them. Yeah. I thought I'd do my YouTube video. I might do a couple of videos today. But one thing I won't do nothing today. Yeah? You cannot expect to achieve anything in life unless you make a plan and unless you follow that plan and unless you really, really try. Yeah? I know when I die, I ain't going to be a millionaire. And that ain't because I'm being negative. I think I'm just being a bit of a realist. I think, I'm just, you have to, you either invent something or you need to, there is an element of luck in it. I do believe you make your own luck though. But I know that hopefully when I go, I'd have left my children in a good financial situation. Yeah, that is my goal. If you see my other videos, you'll know that is my goal. My goal is to buy both my children a flat each. That is my goal. My dad helped me, and I want to help them. And this is what I think makes you a caring, responsible dad, and my mum and dad. My wife's going to work today. Do you know what I mean? She's got a bus. She's gone to work. You know what I mean? She don't need to. My wife don't need to go to work. I ain't saying it don't help, but if she didn't really want to, she wouldn't have to. But she's like me. She says to me, I want to help Lauren, I want to help Charlie. We know they have to help themselves. But that is our goal. You need to have a reason. If you haven't got a reason, some people get up in the morning and they just reach for the cigarette or they go and, they're just doing nothing. They're just waiting. What are they waiting for? What are they really waiting for? In my eyes, they're waiting to die because they're not doing nothing. If you ain't going to do nothing, what's the point? Sometimes I speak to people about personal development and I try and encourage them. I've got some young people in my family who I talk to, and I try and get them, if you like, a little bit motivated. And I always talk about I remember once the guy was saying about it was a video, and this guy said to him, it was a personal development video, and the guy said to the boy about the man climbing the mountain, and the boy went, obviously it's dangerous, you know, and obviously you could die. And the man's reply was, he said, I climbed the mountain because I wanted to live, because of the rush he got from climbing that mountain. Now, I ain't saying go out and climb Mount Everest. I mean, I don't do, but I get what he was talking about. He's exposing himself to his environment, and he's feeling that energy and that rush. And so many people don't feel that. So many people, they're dependent on substance abuse. They're dependent on, they're taking cannabis, or they're taking some other, like more, class A drug, or they're drinking too much, right? You don't need to do this. Obviously, if you're an addict and you're that way, then obviously you need help. But you need to realise there's so much. There's so much you can be doing. Look to your family. Look to your community. Look to see what you could do. It's like me now. I've told myself. I'm going off subject a little bit, but just explaining like the sort of person I am. I said to my wife, and my people that know me, if ever I won any money, if ever I won the lottery or anything like that, obviously the first thing I'd do would be have a holiday, have a good holiday. But when I come back, I would do something in my local community. I'd help out. Depending on how much money I'd help out with a youth centre. I'd do something like that, because that would make you feel good. The trouble is now is that everyone is so dependent. They're greedy for money. I have to include me in that a little bit as well, because like me, I wouldn't say I'm greedy, but I always want to do more. But it's because I haven't got the money that I desire at the minute to do what I want to do for my family. So I'm not doing it, if you like, for myself, if that makes sense. But if more people had time and they could do more for other people, it definitely makes you feel good. Yeah, it definitely makes you feel good. My dad, right? My dad, obviously, he's dead now. He was a great man, my dad, and he was a very helpful person, my dad. He'd help anyone, he'd do anything for anyone. And I can remember him years ago when I was young. He used to say to me, boy, he said, if you want to feel good, because I did, even when I was young, I used to have like, if you like, cloudy days. He used to say to me, boy, if you want to make yourself feel good, he said, you go out and make someone else feel good. And that's so true. It's so true. I cannot emphasise that enough. If you're going through a cloudy period in your life and you're looking for, look around you. Look around you to what you can do for other people. Yeah, because you'll be rewarded. You might not be rewarded financially, right? But that ain't always the most important thing. Yeah, if you can do something for someone and help someone, I tell you, it makes you feel good. It definitely makes. Just to give you an example, one day I live right near a caravan site, and it was I think it was a Sunday morning. It was a really nice sunny day, and when I looked across my road, I live right near this caravan park, and there was these two old people. They must have been 65, 70, and the woman. They were both pulling cases, and I could see they were struggling. They obviously should have got a cab, but whether they didn't want to get a cab or they thought they could get a bus, who knows? But I see them crossing. The first thing I done was I helped the old girl cross the road, because the bus stop was on my side where my house is, and I helped her get across the road. And the old boy, because there was an old couple, she said, "Oh, thank you so much," and that. And they were a really nice couple. And I said to her, I said to them, I said, "Where are you going?" They said, "Oh, we're going to the station." They were going to like Clacton Station. I said, "Give us your cases." I said, "I'm going to take you there." And I put their cases in the back of my. I've got a big Jeep Kia type thing in that. And he went to me, "No." I said, "Honestly," I said, "Get in." And I dropped him at Clacton Station. It took me 5 minutes. And I tell you what, that bloke, he was so thankful. He went, "Say thank you so much." He said, "I mean, that's all right." I said, like she had a bit of a disability, his wife. You could see she weren't, a bit frail and all that. But I tell you what, my wife went, "Where you been?" I said, "I've just dropped an old girl and an old boy at the station." She went like, she knows what I'm like. And like, it made me feel good. It made definitely, when I got back, I was proud of myself. I don't think that was why I done it. I just did it because I was out there and You know, I felt sorry for him. But I'm telling you, you get back, you definitely get back what you put in. If you ain't putting nothing in, if you ain't doing anything for anyone, if you ain't trying to help anyone, if you ain't your relationship, you know what I mean, even your relationship, you know, relationships don't always go well. Ask yourself why. Do you know what I mean? What can you do? You know what I mean, something else I'm going to do today. My wife's at work today. I feel bad because you know she's had to go work from she had to be there at 10 today, and she won't be home till tonight. It's a long day for her. She's got a long. It just happens today's a long day. She won't finish till 6. But you know something else I'll do today. When she comes in, this house will be tidy. There won't be no washing up needs doing or anything like that. This house will be straight because I know when she comes in and she sits down, she's going to be tired. And tonight I'll get a takeaway. She won't be cooking tonight. I'll say to her, no, you know, because I'm making this, it's Saturday today. I'll order a Chinese. 7 o'clock, I'll get a Chinese. I won't, yeah. And all these little things that you're doing are going to make your life sweeter, are going to make your home happier, yeah. Or you could be the other way. You could sit there do nothing, and then your wife comes in, or your husband comes in, whatever, and you ain't done nothing, and he starts going, well, where's my dinner? You know, what's it? And then obviously it causes friction. But this friction, if that does happen, that would have been friction that you've created through your inactivity. So start taking action. Start taking action, whatever it might be. Whether it's in your relationship, whether it's in your work, you know, like what I do, like generating leads in businesses, you know, whether it's ringing up people, whatever it is, make a list of what you're going to do today. Make a list of what you're going to do tomorrow. You're going to make 50 calls. You know, I was watching a guy, because even though I'm in lead generation, I'm always looking at other ways of generating leads. And there was a guy, I can't think, I'm terrible remembering people's names, but this guy is massive in the lead generation industry. He's made fortunes out of it. He was into real estate. And like, they would have this guy go into offices, and like offices that weren't performing, and he would basically turn the office around. And he would walk in the office and he would say to the guys in the office, right, you know, you're a real estate agent, are you? He says, yeah. And so are you, so are you, so are you. Right. And he'd put a big whiteboard up and he'd write all their names on the board and he'd go, right, tomorrow or today, now, we're going to make 50 phone calls to previous people that have bought property of us. We're going to make 50 phone calls to people who have perhaps not sold their property through another agent, you know, if they've got this information. Basically, he's getting them to hit the phones because he said to them, the amount of money that you earn this week, this year, next year will be totally in a ratio to the amount of phone calls that you've made. Yeah? It's totally dependent on the amount of phone calls you make. Yeah? If you made 50 phone calls a week on average for the last year and you earned £25,000, chances are if you double that amount of phone calls, you'll double your income. Right? That's definitely the case with me in my business, lead generation. Right? I've generated, last week I didn't have the greatest week. My mate, he only sold 2 deals. And I think I earned about £750. Yeah? So that for me ain't the greatest week. It's still half decent money. I ain't complaining. Yeah? But the week before, he sold 4. And I earned 1,700. So can you see the difference? If he'd have had the leads this week and sold 4, my money would have been a lot more because your average deal, you know, for me, an average deal's worth about £350-400 on me. So if I can sell 10, you know, it's all dependent. You know what this video's about is totally dependent on your activity. Yeah, totally and utterly dependent on your activity. So you need to start doing it. Whatever it is in your life you're failing at, whatever it is in your life that you're just, you know, it's just not working out for you. Why? That is happening because of your inactivity. Nobody else's. There might be people perhaps that you employ below you who are perhaps not doing the work as good as what they should. But then if that's the case, you have to start creating a desire, setting up some sort of bonus structure inside them. You have to be the motivator, yeah? You have to be the motivator to motivate your team. Because if you ain't motivated and the people below you, they're not going to be, yeah? It's all dependent on you. You control your own destiny. Yes, luck will play a part in your life. Luck will definitely play some sort of part in your life. You know, everyone, but I still honestly believe that you can make your own luck. Yeah? You simply need to create a desire within yourself. You need to focus on why you're doing it. For me, that's my family, my children, my wife, yeah, and my children's security, yeah, and obviously my love for them. But also for me, it's also because I want to do well. You need to find that within yourself. If you can do that, find that within yourself. Find your reason why.